Hi guys, welcome back. Today we have a super budget smartphone. So we've had big hitters, the Mate 20 Pro at around £800, Pocophone F1 around 300, and the Honor 8X recently around about 230. This, the UMIDIGI A3, is 70 quid. 70 pounds. So people who are on a bit of a budget and don't have that sort of money to splash about, here is the budget smartphone. And let's have a look at it. UMIDIGI A3. Packaging exactly the same on most UMIDIGI products. I've had a few UMIDIGI products over the past year or so. UMIDIGI S2, beautiful smartphone. The UMIDIGI A1 Pro and also the Z2 as well. They've made some very good smartphones. This is the cheapest of them all. Budget. It comes in a case. I'm going to put that to one side. Link to the world. SIM tray tool and a manual. Micro USB charging lead and an UMIDIGI charging block. Okay, let's have a look. So it comes in a really nice case. You know, you get all this as well for £70. You get a nice case with it, and I'm going to take the case off. Okay, it's nice. Okay, let's take all these sticky things off the back. Here's front and back glass, and that is super. Look how beautiful that looks. 2.5D glass front and back, 2.5D curved. There's a dual rear camera. It's a 12 and 5 megapixel rear facing camera with a flashlight, fingerprint sensor there. That's beautiful. It's got a screen protector on, and as you know, I remove all screen protectors. Whoa. Nice and glossy. It's got a very solid metal frame. So volume rocker up and down. Power key. The top is completely clear. SIM tray. Now in the SIM tray you can house 2 nano SIM cards and a micro SD card. So there's 3 slots within there, which is great. At the bottom, micro USB port, 3.5mm port for headphones. You have a speaker grill there and a tiny microphone hole there at the bottom. 5.5-inch display, 18:9 aspect ratio, HD plus display. Let's turn it on. So a few more specifications. It's only a quad core, 1.5 gigahertz quad core CPU. It's a budget smartphone. It has 2 gigabytes of RAM and 16 gigabytes of storage. It's also got a fingerprint sensor, which I showed you earlier. It's running Android 8.1. And it is 4G as well. So I'm just going to go and quickly set this up. And we're back and set up. I've downloaded a device info app to just check the info in a moment. But here she is, 5.5-inch display, HD plus, and the display is pretty nice. That's full brightness at the moment. Viewing angles are reasonably good as well. Very, very nice. Stock Android experience pretty much. There's no bloatware whatsoever, which is good. You can collapse the navigation bar down there at the bottom. That's the main page. Let's have a look at device info. So it might displease some people, but it's a 720p display resolution. Android 8.1, the 2 gigs of RAM there at the bottom. GPU Power VR Rogue GE8100. Never heard of that before. MediaTek 6739. That's called Android 8.1. There we go, memory guys, 2 gigs of RAM, and there's a storage as well. Some camera stats. Battery, it's a 3300 milliamp battery. I forgot to mention that earlier. So hopefully get some decent battery life out of this. Let's test the camera. So a £70 smartphone. Let's get this little thing up there, the little camera, the SQ camera. This has EIS electric image stabilization on both the rear and the front for video anyway, front and rear camera. So we're on 16:9 aspect ratio for the camera. So it's going to take a picture. There's HDR mode as well there. Let's turn that on. Let's take a shot. Switch to video mode. So EIS is on. Here we go. Okay, so we're on the UMIDIGI A3, a budget smartphone testing the rear camera. This has electric image stabilization enabled. I'd like to hear your thoughts. I just have to touch it there to focus a little better. Let us know what you think about the audio quality as well, guys, and if it's stable. Okay. Now on the picture rear camera, there's a mode button here. So you have depth of focus. Now I'm not going to hold much hope for the depth of focus. It's not going to be true bokeh, I don't think. You can reduce and increase the blur or the bokeh effect. I'll just take a picture and show you the results anyway. You can increase or decrease the area there. So it's not going to be proper bokeh. There you go. Let's switch front facing camera now. So again, let's do picture mode on here. Normal mode, let's do normal mode. Front facing camera on the UMIDIGI A3, picture. Boom. Switch to video mode. This shoots up to 720p on the front facing camera. EIS is enabled as well. Let's go. Okay, now recording on the UMIDIGI A3. Front facing camera. EIS is enabled. I'm shaking the phone around like up and down. Looks pretty good. Obviously the quality is not going to be amazingly good. But it's pretty decent for the price. Let me know what the audio quality is like as well. Let's just test the depth. I don't think it's going to be any good. Let's have a look. It's definitely found my face. Bang. It's not going to be true bokeh effect, unfortunately, but that was the camera. Let me know what you thought of the camera. Obviously, consider the price range as well on this smartphone. Let's have a quick look through the settings because it is Android 8.1. Overview, home, and back. You can have swipe gestures as well instead of the nav bar, and you can also change the positioning as well, the configuration of the navigation bar. But I like it like that. Face unlock as well, guys. You can have on this, as well as fingerprint. Okay, face enrolled. So it's locked. If I press this, look at the camera. Okay, that's not bad. I'll try again. Okay, one more. Okay, couple of seconds there. Let's try the fingerprint. Oh, didn't register that one. I think the face unlock is slightly quicker than the fingerprint. Obviously it's not going to break records because of the the hardware on these budget smartphones. Let's have a little bit of video on YouTube. Okay, let's have a look what we got here then. Pinch to zoom. So you only get a 720p setting on here, the quality, because it's only a 720p display. It does support 60 frames per second that as well, which is good. And here is the UMIDIGI A3 display. Isn't bad at all. Seems to be operating smoothly as well. The 60 frames per second, I think I've got decent internet as well, so buffering's fine. Yeah, it's a great little screen that is. Smooth 60 frames per second video at 720p. It's nice. Look at that. Audio test. That's loud. So it definitely has a super loud speaker. In terms of quality, I've heard cleaner, better sounding loudspeakers. The frequencies are sort of all over the place a little bit, but it's not bad. Very loud, and I'm pretty sure there'll be some advanced sort of sound enhancement settings. Yeah, so at the moment it's got bass loudness on, so if you take that off, it should reduce maybe some of the distortion you might hear. But very, very good levels. So I think this is it for the quick unboxing and the quick look at the UMIDIGI A3, a budget smartphone, definitely for people who do have a restricted budget and can't go out and splash the cash on £800 smartphones or even £400 or £500 smartphones. Design looks really, really nice. UMIDIGI have made a great job on the design, the front and rear glass. You can get a closer look at that. Really nice design. Solid frame. Very, very nice. Quite impressed for 70 quid. You can't really go wrong. So, that is it, guys. Any questions, and please comment below. There are links to this smartphone if you want to take a look. If you want to purchase one, then go right ahead. But please give the video a thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you very soon. Bye-bye.